Ever heard of polycystic ovary syndrome or PCOS, but are not quite sure what it is? No worries. It's not a disease, it's a constellation of symptoms that can cause all sorts of hormonal havoc. But don't panic. We're breaking it down in a way that actually makes sense. Let's go. But first, please subscribe to my channel for more content like this. PCOS, what's happening inside your body? First, PCOS is a common hormonal disorder that affects people with ovaries, typically during their reproductive years. To put this disorder into perspective, let us review the chain of events unfolding leading to PCOS. In a typical menstrual cycle, the brain kicks things off by releasing GnRH or gonadotropin-releasing hormone. GnRH is produced by the hypothalamus in the brain, and it plays a crucial role in regulating the reproductive system by controlling the release of two key hormones from the pituitary gland, luteinizing hormone, LH, and follicle-stimulating hormone, FSH. Now, once GnRH is produced by the hypothalamus, it travels through the blood to the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland then sends out FSH or follicle-stimulating hormone, and LH or luteinizing hormone, to the ovary. And that's when the magic happens. FSH wakes up 6 to 12 tiny follicles in the ovary, each containing an egg. These follicles start growing and produce estrogen, which preps the uterus for a possible pregnancy. One follicle gets a head start and becomes the dominant follicle. This one moves to the edge of the ovary and, boom, releases an egg. After ovulation, the follicle seals up and transforms into the corpus luteum, which produces progesterone, the hormone that keeps the menstrual cycle in check. If the egg isn't fertilized, it disintegrates, progesterone levels drop, and the cycle starts over. That's how it should work. But in PCOS, things don't go as planned. One of the biggest issues in PCOS is that GnRH goes haywire. Instead of being released at a steady rhythm, it pulses way too fast. And when that happens, LH skyrockets, while FSH stays too low. This means follicles don't fully mature, and without a mature follicle, no egg gets released. No egg equals no ovulation. If your ovaries don't release an egg during each cycle, you do not ovulate, although you may still have a period. And since there's no ovulation, the corpus luteum never forms, which means no progesterone surge. Those follicles that don't ovulate, what happens to them? They turn into cysts, which is where PCOS gets its name. These cysts are actually leftover follicles that never got the chance to release an egg. To make things more complicated, excessive LH or luteinizing hormone tells the ovary to make way too much testosterone, the male sex hormone. And too much testosterone equals acne, hair growth in unwanted places referred to as hirsutism, irregular periods, and infertility. But wait, there's more. Insulin, the hormone that regulates blood sugar, also gets involved. Insulin resistance can contribute to developing PCOS. In insulin resistance, the body isn't using insulin properly, so the pancreas pumps out even more insulin. And guess what? High insulin levels trigger even more testosterone. See the pattern? It's one big vicious cycle, and if left unchecked, it can lead to prediabetes or even full-blown diabetes. Just to summarize, PCOS is characterized by irregular or absent periods, excessive androgen or male hormone levels, and polycystic ovaries or small fluid-filled sacs in the ovaries that fail to mature. Risk factors include insulin resistance, genetics, and hormonal imbalance. PCOS might lead to infertility due to irregular ovulation. Increased risk of type 2 diabetes due to insulin resistance. Weight gain and difficulty losing weight. And a higher risk of cardiovascular disease and hypertension. And here is the good news. PCOS is manageable. Here's what you can do. Healthy lifestyle, eating well, exercising, and getting good sleep helps regulate hormones. Weight management, losing just 5 to 10% of body weight can improve symptoms. Quit smoking, smoking worsens hormone imbalances. Medical treatments, there are medications that help restore balance. Birth control pills can regulate periods and lower testosterone levels, while metformin helps improve insulin sensitivity. There's also spironolactone, which reduces excess hair growth. If pregnancy is the goal, fertility medications can help with ovulation, but always consult a specialist for the best treatment plan. PCOS might be tricky, but knowledge is power. Now that you understand what's happening inside your body, you can take charge of your health. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more women's health tips. Drop a comment in the comments section for an engagement. Remember, this is not health advice. Please consult your healthcare provider for professional help.